Hey, what's up everybody? Just want to do a quick video on increasing the hydraulic pressure in my Kubota L2502. Before I was having problems trying to get my bucket, even a full bucket, lifted up. It did not want to. It was struggling hard. If it's a heaping bucket, it was done. So I just want to show y'all today my problems and what I did to fix it. Hope you enjoy. And guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to these videos. I definitely appreciate it. This is the kit from Be Expanded. It comes with a 3000 PSI pressure gauge. It's an oil fill gauge. It already has the quick disconnect for the hydraulic on it for whatever tractor you specify. It comes with a 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3 millimeter shims. So there's Be Expanded. I will put the link in the description. And this kit is for the L2502 Kubota. And it comes with a schematic that shows where your pressure relief valve is and where your shims go. So here are our shims right here. They are color coded, 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3. And like I said right here, it shows you got a 0.1 millimeter, which increases it to 40 PSI, a 0.2 millimeter, which increases 80 PSI, and a 0.3 millimeter, which increases it to 120 PSI. If you add all three, that's going to increase it to 240 PSI. All right, what you got to do, guys, is the kits that you buy online comes with a gauge. Already has the quick disconnect coupling on it. So what I'm going to do is take this line off right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and plug it so I don't get oil everywhere. And then you take, see if I can do this one-handed, you take your gauge and see if I can do this one-handed. There we go. Plug my gauge in, which that is going to be for my bucket dump. Which if I move my joystick to the right, it's gonna pressure the gauge up. Idle. This is at idle. Okay, the gauge went up to 2250. Now the specs for the LA526 and the Kubota 2502 max relief pressure is 2210 to 2390. So I am below the max. Now, they say you can go 10% over the max. So 10% over the max is going to be 2,629 PSI. So as long as you stay below 2,629 PSI, you should be good to go. All right, if you go 2390 times 10%, that's 239. So 2390 plus 239, that's 2,629. That is 10% over the max pressure that they recommend. So what I'm gonna do, so I had 2250 was my max pressure. I'm going to add the 40 shim plus the 80 PSI shim plus the 120 PSI shim. That should give me 2,490 PSI. If you flip the seat up on your tractor, if you look right down here where my finger is, there is a vent. It's a little curly Q. It looks like a backwards question mark. The end of it is slit. So if you take a Phillips screwdriver and you come down here where this little vent is, take you a Phillips screwdriver and stick it in the hole of that right here. It will seal that vent off. Stick it in the hole of that vent, it will seal it off, so when you pull your relief valve, not much hydraulic fluid comes out. Right here on the right side of your tractor, if you look right here where your hydraulic lines are, there's a block right here. Right behind this block is your pressure relief valve. You are going to take that out. There is a plunger, a spring, and should be 3 shims in there. Be careful, don't lose any of that. Now put you a drain pan underneath it because you are going to lose a little bit of fluid. Now because I have that screwdriver in the vent, I should only lose just a little bit. Let's see what we got here. It is a 22 millimeter socket. It's not very tight. All right, come on. Get my socket off of there. All right, here we go. See how much fluid we lose. Oh, there's the plunger I talked about. All right, it's not much. There's a little bit coming out, but not much. I'll just check it whenever I go to put it back in. What I ended up doing is just stuffing a rag in the hole, so it done a lot leaks out. Like I said, very little come out, but I will check it before I crank the tractor back up and do a hydraulic test. All right, what we have here, guys, here is the cap. We have 3 shims. There's your plunger spring and your plunger. So what I am going to do, I'm going to add all 3 of these shims right here, the 0.3, the 0.2, and the 0.1. I'm going to put them on top of these shims. Put those on there, put it back together. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull my rag out. Some coming out. Well, here's my plunger, my shims, and my cap. Screw that up in there. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go get the torque wrench and look up the torque setting. And I'm gonna do the minimum torque setting, because the more you torque it, the farther it goes in. They got a minimum and a maximum. Okay, your relief valve plug, which is right here, has a minimum torque of 25.3 and a maximum at 32.5. I set my torque wrench to 26 foot-pounds or pound-feet of torque, and I will do the minimum, and then we will crank it up and see what pressure we got, and if I need to increase it, I will increase the torque. Like I said, the farther you screw this plug in, the more it's going to compress that spring to give it more pressure for the relief plug. So I got my torque wrench set at 26. Let's go ahead, get on there. Oops, came off, come on. Trying to do this one-handed, guys. Kind of a pain in the butt, but let's see here. Oh, here we go. Right there, that is 26 foot-pounds. Okay, I'm gonna come over here first and remove my screwdriver from my vent. So now it is vented. You make sure you have to do that. The system has to be vented. All right, guys, as you can see, I lost a little bit of hydraulic fluid whenever I pulled that relief valve plug. It's not much, but what you want to do is definitely pull your dipstick. Make sure it's clean around it first before you pull it. Pull your dipstick and check it. And I don't know if you can tell in the camera, I am about 1/4 to 1/2 in between the marks. So I am good to go on hydraulic fluid. Whenever I do the service on it again, I might add a little bit, but I am still within the safe range. Here is that idle. Now at max RPM, I went from 2250 to about 2540. That's a really big increase in hydraulic pressure and lifting power. Well, as you can see, everything worked out good. I went ahead and added shims to the hydraulic relief valve, which what it did, it raised the hydraulic pressure up just a little bit, and it made a huge difference in as far as what I could lift with the bucket. So I am definitely very pleased with this modification and would suggest it to anybody. I didn't even go 10% over the max settings. I changed the pressure from 2250 up to about 2540. That's at max RPMs, so it kept it way in the safe range. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I will bring some more videos coming soon. Thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely appreciate it. It helps my algorithm of the YouTube videos. And also, guys, if y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, gripes, whatever you got, it does not matter, please send it in the comments. I definitely appreciate it. Hope y'all have a great day.